Hello viewers, so we shall proceed with IELTS reading. I am going to give you more secrets and tips, not only reading, how to master the entire course. That will be done in bits. Apart from that, we'll also discuss some grammar. So please watch my shorts as well as longer videos for a thorough understanding of the tips and techniques to crack IELTS as well as to become an expert in English grammar, speaking, writing and all. So I offer solution to all your problems regarding speaking, writing, reading, listening in English. So please follow my channel closely and benefit. Thank you. Viewers, we discussed the 4 segments. I told you that there are 4 segments: listening, speaking, reading, writing. Now when we consider listening, the questions under listening are similar to what you have under reading, except a few slight difference, that's all. But you have to prepare almost on the same lines. So listening, you will listen to a recorded conversation, speech. Again, listening alone contains 4 parts. I said the total time is 30 minutes. If you're going to take a pen paper test, you will be given an extra 10 minutes to transfer the answers from your question paper onto the answer sheet, because as you listen very quickly by the side of the question on the question paper, you will note down the answer. But now, after that 30 minutes is over, you will take your answer sheet and transfer those answers onto your answer sheet. Be very careful. If you miss a single line, the entire thing will be lost. And be careful with the spellings and all. So this is for listening pen paper test. If it's going to be a computerized test, you will do it on the spot. As and when you listen, you'll keep on entering everything, the correct answer. So with 30 minutes, it's over. No more extra time will be given for you. And remember that extra 10 minutes for the pen paper test, it is only for copying down the answer, not for listening again. The tape is over. It will not be replayed. Once the topic is finished, it is over. You cannot listen to it again. Nor can you go back to the earlier parts and listen. So under listening, you got 4 parts. So first part will be a very simple one. Just something like registering a complaint on a lost article, or booking a ticket, or inquiring the rent of an apartment, or just booking a seat on a van or something of that sort. So very simple ones. It will sound easy. And in the course of the conversation, suppose you have a problem with the spelling, the name, if it is unfamiliar in the course of the conversation, if some name is mentioned, then they will also guide you by giving the spelling. Suppose they say Suzanne. So it's not the normal S-U-S-A, and we are thorough. I mean, it's very clear, it's obvious. So in order to make us thorough with the spelling, they will say, my name is Suzanne, that is S-U-Z-A-N-N-E. So it will be easy for you to understand, but the question will not be the same. Sometimes it may coincide, sometimes the question will involve another answer. So that is tip number 1. And tip number 2, what you hear exactly will not be the answer to the question on the question paper. That is, the words will be different. Only the gist, you're expected to listen and write the gist there. For example, the question will be worded in such a way that it forms the gist of what you hear. I think I made myself clear now. For example, they might say, this is a 5-day trip, and if you want to be a part of the trip, you have to pay $50 per day, right? This is a 5-day trip. If you want to be a part of the trip, you have to pay $50 per day. That is what you hear in the conversation. To an inquiry, this is the reply. But what will the question say? A person going on the trip has to pay dash. So your answer will be $50 per day, or depending upon the question given there, rubric given there. Okay, so number of words count, and if they say only one word, then you'll write $50 there. $50 because of the symbol, I'm not including it as another word. Or if it says 2 words, then you will say $50. If it says 4 words, then you'll write $50 per day. Okay, so it depends upon the way the question is asked. The another important tip that you have to listen to carefully and observe is the change in the course of the conversation. Excuse me. For example, they might say, you have to pay rupees 50 per day if you wish to join the trip. But this year, as part of our anniversary celebrations, we give you a discount of $10 per day. So what happens here? The cost will now get reduced to $40. So they've gone back on their words. Or something like, now the manager in charge is Carlson. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's Carlton. So initially you would have written as Carlson. So immediately you score it out and write Carlton or whatever it is, what you hear there. So these are a few points that you have to remember. And one more point, they never say zero. They say O or not. My telephone number is 7850762. So it's never zero, it's never not, it's only O. So O stands for zero. Remember that. So these are some tips you got to bear in mind when you attend the listening test. I'll proceed with more tips in my next video. So I hope you grasped a little bit of information. So this is how we'll keep on discussing everything stage by stage so that you'll be able to grasp it well and understand it better and face the test with confidence. Trust me, I'm here to help you score high marks in IELTS and also making you improve your general English. So bye for now. Subscribe to my channel English with Uma Nagarajan and watch for more secret tips on listening in my next video. Bye.